You don't have a Rebbe to learn from. But if you never heard this before and you want to figure everything out from scratch, then it doesn't work. Then HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't love you. It's better to lend money to somebody than to give him a loan. To give him, what do you call it? To give him tzedakah. Because tzedakah, people are embarrassed to take. A loan, they figure, I'll pay it back. Now when you give somebody a loan, you should take a mashkin. And you should have eidim. Don't just give loans. Trust me. I can't tell you how many loans I have out there.
And ribbis.
Ribbis. He's here. Avi's here. No ribbis. And if you do business with a guy, say, listen, here, take $1,000 and go make some money, and we'll split the profits. That's even better than just loaning a person money. Because the Maharsha explains, you'll give him more money. I didn't understand like that. I thought it just means he'll have less busha. He thinks he's doing you a favor. Before, you were doing him a favor, you lent him money, and he has to pay it back. But now, he's the chacham. He's going to take your money and make you a millionaire, so he's actually doing you a favor. You should have busha from him. That's what I thought the pshat. The Maharsha learns differently. If a Talmid Chacham has bad midas, there's a guy here looking at me. He's telling me about this Rav, famous Talmid Chacham, but the guy has a temper issue, and he's making fun of him. But the Gemara says, yeah, listen, Talmid Chacham also sometimes have bad midas, but it's better than Am Haaretz that has good midas. Am Haaretz that has good midas, what are you going to do with him? He's going to teach you the wrong thing. Talmid Chacham at least has knowledge, he could impart some knowledge on you. So stay away from his kas, stay away from his gaiva, whatever it is. Talmid Chacham, it's hard to watch, and it's hard to see, but unfortunately that's how it is sometimes. In Talmid Chacham, he does nekama, he does netira, he's like a snake. Embrace him. Because you can learn from him, you can benefit from him. Yeah, you see, the Grois Tzaddik, he's a big chassid, but he's a terrible Am Haaretz. He's the guy that says that my chont is not treif, even though the guy put a whole thing of milk in it, because tos akum is not considered this. Whatever, he's a shaita, he's a Am Haaretz, he's going to teach you the wrong thing. You shouldn't live next to him. So when I started reading this, I was all excited. Mando is not a kelev ra; he's just a small little dog. So, but if it's a kelev ra, but then I looked in Rashi and it became dark in my eyes. Rashi says, "What's the problem? You're not letting poor people come to the door." Now, if you know Yerushalmim, a dog this size that barks, they run 100 miles an hour. I was wondering how come nobody knocks on my door, because every time somebody knocks on the door, little mother goes, they run. Forget about off this floor, they run out of the building. So kids, I'm over on this thing. This is a pasuk. And therefore this dog is preventing chesed. It takes away your Yerushalayim. Says the Gemara, there's a woman who went to bake bread at somebody's house. When I saw this, I was also very impressed, because you know that in the world, no one is scared of a dog. The only people that are scared of dogs are frum people. And in the frum people, it's only women. So the frum women are the most scared of dogs in the entire world, and it started from this Gemara right here. She went to a house. The kalba went woof woof, did a little bit of a bark. Is aker vlada. She lost her pregnancy. And the guy comes out. Oh, what are you so scared about? The shkali nive. I took out its canines, its fangs. Ushkilin tufrei. I took off its paws. He can't scratch you. He can't bite you. Nothing. He's finished. Take back your favors. And throw it on the thorns. It's too late. I lost my pregnancy. That's it. I'm not pregnant anymore. Kitzer, it's to have a scary dog is a problem. It says in the pasuk, when you're young, when you're a bachor, you should be happy. and do whatever you want. Be maybe churusecha. V'halech, you should go after your heart. V'halech b'darki libcha, whatever your heart desires. Umimare necham, follow your eyes. And all of a sudden, the pasuk does a 180. V'daka kol eile liviacha likim b'mishpat. No, you're going to give a din Torah on this. There's going to be a din. Says the Gemara at kan divrei Yetzer Hara. The Yetzer Hara starts off saying, do whatever you want. Mikam ve'elach divrei Yetzer Tov. And after that, the Yetzer Tov talks. Rish Lakish Amar, ad kan divrei Torah. First, learn up everything. But when you learn, you should know, you can't just do Daf Yomi and do another Daf and another Daf. You have to take it to heart. When you learn Halacha, we learned about Hatmana, you got to take it to heart. You can't just, I just learned it and okay, but that was Daf Yomi, let's go weiter. You take it to heart and you apply it in your life. That's the pshat. Vida, but after you learn, you know the halacha now about atmana. Be careful. Be careful what you do with your child. I want to tell you, I got to tell you, there's what?
Should we be getting dogs?
Why? Dogs are bad. Dogs are really bad. Gary asked me if you should get a dog for the same purposes I got it. Absolutely not. Not advised. Listen to this. I got to tell you this. I know there's only 2 minutes left. But it's kedai just for this. The Dubim Magid says a beautiful mashal on this pasuk, negeh to each and every one of us every day. He says that there was a poor person that had no money, and he used to go from shul to shul, asking people for meals. And one day, I don't want to call him a cheverman, but you'll hear this story. A guy comes over to him and says, "Listen, what are you schnorring food for? There's a beautiful hotel in the middle of the city. All poor people go there. It's free. Let me take you." He takes him, they pull up to the Ritz-Carlton. He checks him in and says, "Enjoy." A week later, the guy, it's a week, he wants to check out. He goes to the front desk. The lady tells him, "Yeah, you can check out. It's $1,100 a night, times 7, $7,700. What? The guy told me it's free. She said, "No, he lied to you. He was messing with you. You have to pay. You stayed here. You enjoyed yourself, Ritz. You got to pay." So the guy doesn't know what to do. He goes back and forth in the lobby. He's going crazy. A guy bumps into him and says, "What's the problem?" So he says, "The guy fooled me. I don't have a dime to my name. How am I going to pay $7,700? He says, "Shaita, what are you worried about? Who told you to check out? Go back into the room and enjoy. You don't have $7,700. You won't have $150,000. Stay there for 100 days and then figure it out. What are you coming out now?" Says the Dubna Magid, a person does everything he wants. He's young. He does Averis and Averis and Averis. All of a sudden he becomes 45 years old. He has a midlife crisis. He chaps, wait a minute, my life is almost over. I have a white beard. I have an anacle. I'm almost dead. I'm mamish almost dead. What should I do? I have to do tshuva. Comes the Yetzer Hara, says, "Shaita, what are you doing tshuva for? Continue. Enjoy your life. What are you learning Torah for? Why are you picking up a Gemara?" You know how many people told me they never picked up a Gemara. They're 47 years old. It's the first time they picked up a Gemara in their life. But they had that Yetzer Hara that told them, "Why are you picking up a Gemara now? Continue. You messed up until now. Just continue messing up. You'll die. You'll just get..." No, but Rabbi Isai, it's $1,100 a day. Every day that you mess up this. And fakir, the $1,100 of Torah currency is going to go into your Torah currency account. What happened? Today is a new day. We got to start. Vida, says the Dubim Magid. What's the lashon over here? On every day is a new cheshbon. You can't just check back into the hotel and continue. Anyway, Zok the Gemara. By the way, every time there's a nice Agat the Gemara, it's a sign that that's the calm before the storm. Then you usually have like drasha Gemaras afterwards. That you go where Chaim checks out. So I'm telling you, Chaim, don't check out. It's only a little bit. But anyways, it's not happening yet. Maybe Motzei Shabbos. Biris. We learned about this biris. What is a biris? So we said it grabs the sack. Amar Rav Yehuda biris zu etzada. No, a biris is actually over here on the arm. It holds up the sleeve. Maser Rav Yosef biris tahira v'yetzib Shabbos. You're telling me though in the Mishnah it says before that this stuff is tar. I explained in the Mishnah it's a kli for a kli tar. V'letzada tmeya. It says before in the pasuk Rashi says by the Midyan. How do you know the whole tumah from Midyan? And they had a tzadais and they were tmeyim. Says Rashi. Taisus argues, whatever. Biris tachas etzadai medes. I never meant that it's on the arm. Of course it's on the foot. But just like on the arm it holds up your sleeve, so too on the foot it holds up your sack. And she's not going to show it. She's not going to take it off, because if she takes it off, what's going to happen? Her socks will fall down. Not sneeze. Maybe she's going to keep it, and it's not a problem. I don't know if we're good. Oh no, I need. Shkoya, once you're here, Yeshua's here. Yeah, I'm just dried up. Yosef Rav when it came to Rav Yirmi, Yosef Rav Yirmi become namnim. You see this many times in Shas. I'm not exactly sure what the behind the scenes is.
By the way,
says,
you're lucky you got Matzah Shabbos. You can make up. You could finish earlier and still make up Matzah Shabbos.
Yeah, we have Matzah Shabbos, but it's a long daf also. But anyways, a lot of times in Shas you see that the Rebbe is falling asleep. He's falling asleep, and as he's coming out of his sleep, he says something. Maybe, I don't know if this is true, maybe they did it on purpose. They were like pretending that they're not listening, they're sleeping, and they're listening if the Talmidim are saying good stuff, and that's what happens here. So these two Talmidim, Rav and Rav Huna, are sitting in front of Rav Yirmiyav. Yosef Rav Yirmiyav become menamnim, and he's dozing off. V'Yosef Ravim ka'amar, and Ravin says pshat biris bachas. The word biris means on one leg. Kivalim, what we said means a chain. Bishtayim is actually 2 times biris. So it's these guys 1 and 2 without the chain. Not true. It's like this picture. It's 1, 2. And you put a chain between them. What? A chain does something? We had this sugi. Yes, it does something because it makes a sound. And you put a glove on for this. I'm not making a bracha, Shmuli. Where are you? I don't know, but I'm not making a bracha. I love you too. Good Shabbos. Thank you.
I took a drink last night on Zoom. It was Gabriel. He screamed at me.
Yeah, but could you make a bracha on Zoom and say Amen? Says the Gemara. So we learned, I call davar asheyover beish. I'll remind you, davar is a lashon of dibur, of not just things, but davar, like to be mashmiya kol, the Gemara said over there. I feel the dibur b'mashma. Bishleim asim kabayir lo yelakalev kavod ma'isa. Over there, you're talking about animals, whatever. You need the sound, so the sound creates tumah. Hachama ma'isa kavod. Why does a woman need to make a sound? You need to know where your wife is at every moment. So it doesn't help us, the sound. So the sound doesn't make it a kli. Says the Gemara, yes, it does help the woman. There's a family that had very large footsteps, and they wanted to make the footsteps smaller. There's a problem with the psulim. So they made their steps narrower. And therefore what? Now it becomes a kli for the woman. This shalshelis, this chain, is not to hold up the biris, but rather for the woman not to injure herself. So therefore, it's actually a kli for the woman. We got to go. So all of a sudden, Rabbi Yirmiyah, who's dozing off, he wakes up. And he says, yes, you said beautifully. That's the pshat. Biris are 2. The shalshelis in between is the kavel. Let's go a little weiter. How do I know that something that's woven, even though it's a very small shear, but it has to be a shear, Taisus points out. It can't be a grain of salt. It has to be something. How do you know that's tummy? Mitzitz. But Taisus points out, we learned the other day that you need 3 by 3 fingers throughout the whole shas, 3 by 3 fingers. All of a sudden, it could be less than 3 by 3. Says Taisus, yes. If it comes from a garment that exists, I need 3 by 3 fingers. But if I'm starting out to begin with making a kli, then it could be a mashu also. It's a tremendous insight for life to know this. Somebody asks you, how big of a beged does it need to be in order to be tameh? Depends. Typically 3 by 3 fingers, but if you're starting out to begin with to make a small beged, then it's even less. And how do I know this from? Tzitz. What the Kohen Gadol wears on his forehead, a tzitz. It's not woven. It's made out of, it's a piece of gold. It's 2 finger breadths. It goes from side to side, from ear to ear. Because of all of Bebeshitin, and it says on 2 lines, Yud Kei Lamala. It says Hashem's name on the top row. The Kodesh Lamed Lamato, and it says Kodesh underneath. What does that mean? Well, there's a big machlokes rishonim, and we're not going to get into it right now. But all we need to know is Rashi. Rashi says just like this. It says Kodesh It says Hashem Kodesh. So in other words, Kodesh Lamed on the bottom. You see this? Can't really see it. Oh, you could. Kodesh La, and then on top of it it says Hashem, because Yud Kei Vav Kei should be on top of anything else. It says Kodesh Lashem upwards. Tosfos learns more like this. Kodesh La, and it flows. It's more of a flowing kind of thing. You see? And then you have other Rishonim. Tosfos brings down Rabbeinu Tam. Not this is Rabbeinu Tam. Some people say Rabbeinu Tam says differently. Great. Says the Gemara, I saw it myself in Rome. So, not enough time here, but there's one of the most beautiful stories in Shas where Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, because we're coming up with Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, the Gemara says he's Meluben B'Nisim, he went to save Klal Yisrael from a decree. And he brought Reb Elazar, Reb Yossi, a whole story is farther than one. Reb Yossi said, don't take him, you're going to kill him. And then Reb Shimon Bar Yochai killed him almost by mistake, and then he remembered, he promised he won't kill him. The Kitzer, they get to Rome, and what's the guy's name? Ben Tamalion. There's a shed that came to help Reb Shimon Bar Yochai. Reb Shimon Bar Yochai was very sad. He says, a shifcha got a malach, and I get a shed. The kid's a shed. He used the shed, and he told the shed, listen, go into the king's daughter, and I'll walk over to you, and I'll say, leave. And you'll leave, and the daughter will be healed, and then the king will be, he'll have a karzatayv, kachava. And as a karzatayv, the king said, come into the Vatican, wherever they say the menorah is today and all that stuff, come in, and let me show you what you have. And take whatever you want. So they took the decree and they ripped it off. But meanwhile, Rebbe Elazar Reb Yossi was in there, and he saw the tzitz with his own eyes. Testimony. And guess what? Even though he says, I saw with my own eyes, we don't paskin like him. Ani reisi v'ir roimi, chas v'shalom, no. Because of Kodesh Lashem, it was b'shita achas. It was in one line, Kodesh Lashem. None of these two lines. I made a mistake. You're right, you don't learn it from tzitz. This is what they say in the name of Rabbi Yochanan. How do I know that now, what size does a kli have to be in order to become tamei? The size of a pin. The smallest kli available. But what about a tachshit, jewelry? How do I know that could be tamei when it's koshu? Mitzitz. Look, tzitz is jewelry, it's a piece of gold. So, minayin la'oreg kol shushu tamei. Not that I learn oreg from tzitz, because tzitz is made out of gold. So how do I know oreg? How do I know a woven piece? Me'oi beged. Okay, so we'll start here on Matzah Shabbos Be'ezer Hashem. There is a pasuk for oreg, there's a pasuk from tzitz, and now we're going to combine the two. Matzah Shabbos 9:20 Be'ezer Hashem. Noam, please say Tehillim. Now I can hear you. Everything is great. What do you say?
Have a wonderful day.
I just muted mail.
What's the latest?
You're on YouTube. Okay. Huh?
Does that stay on? The YouTube stays on?
Yeah, keep it on for a few minutes. What happened here? Oh, here. Oh, you knocked me out. Because it's recording, so they want to put that on.